In today's video, I am sharing with you some gorgeous fall DIYs using Dollar Tree items. Make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss these because these are some of my all-time favorite fall DIYs that I've ever made on my channel. Hey sweet friends, and welcome back to Krafts by Katelyn. I am getting in the fall DIYing spirit. I'm super excited to crank out some fall DIYs, and today is no exception. I have some gorgeous DIYs that I just love so much, and I can't wait to share with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you're excited to work on this fall season, but let's go ahead and get started because I just can't wait any longer. For the first DIY, I'm using some of these little wedding arrows or table decor for weddings or ceremonies. The second that I saw these at Dollar Tree, I knew that they were the perfect thing to make a white little picket fence with, and I know that would be perfect for fall. Whenever I used to set up at craft shows, I made a ton of little fall fences, like taller ones that would go on your porch, and they were always so pretty. So this was just nostalgic to me. I just loved it so much, so I was excited to try to turn this into a fence. So the first thing I do is start by removing the little stands on the back. They were very easy just to pull off. And then I knew I needed a way to hold all of these together, and the only thing that I could really think of was to use these wooden stakes. I picked these up from Walmart for less than $1, and I think that you can put like a garage sale sign or something on there. It's got like a sticky side, but I am just going to go ahead and lay that across all of these little pieces after I had evenly spaced them out, and then I'm just going to cut them down to size. I love that little Dollar Tree cutting mat that they have right now. It is so handy to use that whenever you are cutting, and it's so small and convenient that you can just keep it really close. And then I go ahead and just hot glue this down across all of these little wedding signs. I know all of you guys are so creative. I would love it if you would let me know in the comments down below if you've ever set up at a craft show or ever made any crafts to sell. I would just love to know. I used to set up at local craft shows, and a couple of different ones. I made like decent money, but it was a lot of work. I had to work months and months to even get enough stock, and most of it was just like door hangers or like decor pieces made out of pallet signs. So I would love to know if you've ever sold anything or made anything that you've tried to list online or sell at a craft show. I just feel like this would be a really fun conversation to have, and then give all the other creators ideas on what they want to make this winter. But for this sign, I go ahead and give it a base coat of the truffle brown color because I am going to whitewash this with the white chalk paint, and I just want that brown color to show through. And then to decorate this, I was super excited to find these at Dollar Tree, and these really thick chunky words. These are perfect to DIY with. And then even though I am going to be making this fall, I do want it to fit into my farmhouse decor, so using some of the antique color wax from Waverly, I go ahead and just give this a couple coats of that. I love using this antique wax to like stain my pieces, and it isn't until like kind of recent that I discovered that it kind of works the same as stain using it on pieces like this, but it's a lot less messy and it doesn't smell up your house. After I got that to dry, I go ahead and just distress it just a tiny bit. I love the way that distressing looks. And then once again, I am using these Walmart floral picks. I love these so much. If you can't find the neutral color Dollar Tree ones, Walmart has these out right now, and they are beautiful and under $1 and just a gorgeous piece. So super excited to use these all fall season this year. There's several different ways that you could put this fence together. You could put these at the top, you could put it underneath the family sign, which I think would be really cute, but I thought it would be pretty to put this over in the corner and then glue this down underneath of it. I am just using hot glue, but feel free to add any wood glue to make this a little bit more sturdy. And then I think this is a very simple and easy to put together sign, but it just turned out really gorgeous. I put this together so easy and super fast, and it is just a gorgeous piece that I feel like looks really high-end and would cost a lot of money if you bought this from a store. Next up, I'm going to be using another one of those gorgeous calendar signs. I made a whole video on more calendar DIYs using those Farmhouse calendars, link it down below, but for this one I am using the Be Brave calendar, and November has this gorgeous farmhouse looking pumpkin with the words in the background that already looks so nice. You could just Mod Podge this down and call it good. It is so beautiful, but I definitely want to add a little bit more detail to this to make it look like a high-end piece. I just used a leftover summer sign. I have a ton of these square signs left, but Dollar Tree also has a ton of fall square signs that would be perfect for this. I've already stocked up on a few of those. I took off that 3D little shell in the front, and then I want to cover this over, so I added a ton of Mod Podge. You definitely don't have to add that much, but I always like adding a lot and then pushing the wrinkles out. It just seems what works best for me, but a lot of people say if you add less Mod Podge you get less wrinkles, or some people say if you use a glue stick, so just use whatever you like. As always, I love to take a piece of sandpaper and just drag it down on the edges very carefully, and it will just peel off the excess after it fit perfect. I didn't worry about the little hole at the top because I am going to be covering that over. And then Dollar Tree has out fall words, but I cannot seem to find them, so a perfect alternative for that is Hobby Lobby has these little wooden words that worked perfect for this. You get several in there, very inexpensive. I got these 40% off of the original $3.99, which made them very inexpensive, and then I'll have a ton more that I can use on other projects, but I decided to go with the Grateful this time. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bow to the top, and to give this a little bit more detail because I felt like it needed some little charms or something hanging down from the top, I'm going to be adding some wooden leaves. First I go ahead and just paint this once again with some of the antique wax because it just gives it that gorgeous stained finish. These are the leaves that I'm talking about. They come out of these DIY stickers. These did come out last year, and I'm just using leftovers of what I had last year, but Dollar Tree is putting out some different little stuff this year, and then Hobby Lobby has little wooden leaves. I go ahead and spray paint this. Just any spray paint will work. I originally just wanted it to kind of look galvanized, and then this is all I had on hand, so I go ahead and just use like this brownish gray color. And then I remove my bow so I can add a little knot, and I'm not gonna just make these hang or dangle from this pumpkin, but I'm just gonna make it look like they are by hot gluing these leaves to one on each end of the jute twine and then hot gluing them down in place. I know it's being a little bit extra, but I want to go ahead and just glue those little twine strings down in place so they will just fall perfectly in place and not hang over the Grateful sign. And then I wanted to frame this. You definitely would not have to. I think it is gorgeous as is. But to add a little bit more decor and make this look higher end, I wanted to add a little wooden frame. I love using the Walmart paint sticks. They are under $1 for 3. I actually ended up having to use 2 packs on this, and then I messed up one cut. So I had to use the full 2 packs, but it just took 4 sticks. I cut them down just by kind of laying them in place and marking them with a pencil and then using a razor blade to cut them, and then I like to break them apart and trim them off with scissors, and you also can sand down the uneven end. And then once again, using some of my antique wax, I go ahead and make these look like the dark stain. I am hot gluing this down in place. I made sure that my top and bottom piece would fit in between two paint sticks, but not so long that they went to the end, so that I would have a little bit of space to glue these down. I think it is perfect how it coordinates so pretty with the grateful sign in the center. And then since these don't have a lot of surface area to hold onto the front of this sign, I am adding a couple popsicle sticks so that it does make like a little brace. But this is how it came together. I think it is a beautiful piece. I am all about everything stained right now with the neutral farmhouse decor, but I think it is gorgeous and I'm super excited to enjoy this all fall season. And then next up, I'm making some larger candle holders, except I'm really decorating these up so that they look really nice and perfect for this fall season. Make sure you keep your eye out for these new candle holders from Dollar Tree. These are so perfect and beautiful. They have two different styles, these round ones, and then they have ones that are round at the top and then square at the bottom, but I decided to use these round ones today so that I can stack them up. And then I'm also using a couple of these candle plates. They were different textures, but after I paint them you are not going to be able to tell, so I'm going to go ahead and just use what I have on hand. And then I wanted everything to match, so I'm going to go ahead and paint everything in 2 coats of the white chalk paint. After all of my paint had dried really well, I'm using some hot glue to hot glue these together. Later on you'll see that I do decide, I change my mind and make one of them a little bit shorter, so I only end up using 3 of these candle holders, but as of now I thought that I wanted them to be the exact same size so that I could put them on either side of like a picture or something. But I wanted, at the end of this I decided to put them together. But I go ahead and glue all these together. I put the little plates on top, and then they do have some imperfections from where the hot glue was in the center, so I'm going to go ahead and just distress these a little bit with some of this steel colored chalk paint. And then I'm using some of these Dollar Tree fall picks, and these are in neutral colors and they are so fun and so pretty. But like I said and showed earlier in this video, Walmart also has out kind of these same colors with a larger pumpkin, and I think they are even more pretty than this or equally so. So you can pick, but if you can't find those, definitely check out your Walmart florals. I have this other pick that is kind of missing some leaves and a pine cone. It's on a previous project that I used, so it worked out perfect to put this on the other side of it. So I went ahead and found another pine cone so that it would be even, and just kind of glued this down in the front. I also think that it would be really pretty if you wanted to make this kind of crawl up the candlesticks. And then I upgraded my candles to these from Dollar General instead of using a Dollar Tree one, because I just feel like they look a little bit nicer. They are $3 versus just paying $1, but I haven't even seen these at my Dollar Trees recently. And then just to fill in the sides and give them a little bit more height, I am gluing a couple little cotton stems to each side. But this is how it came together. I think they look really full, and I just really like them. I think they look really high end. And then, like I said before, I decided to make one taller and then one smaller, so I go ahead and just remove that bottom candle holder by breaking it off, and then going ahead and decorating the other one the exact same. But this is how they look all put together. I put them on my fireplace for now and style them with that large Hobby Lobby fall wall decor, but I think they are so beautiful and perfect for farmhouse fall. Thank you all so much for coming along and crafting with me today. What did I tell you? These projects were so much fun to put together. I love them so much. Tell me in the comments down below which one is your favorite, and if this inspired you to start creating for fall. Let me know if you're ready for fall DIYs yet, or you're just not quite ready, but you want to go ahead and gather some ideas. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.